Hey guys, Farmer Jesse here. So I often say that one of the best things you can do to ready yourself for having a CSA is to invest in starches that you really like. And obviously one of the starches that we all really like, I think all of us, is pasta. Dry pasta is great. There's nothing wrong with dry pasta. Seriously. Buy some dry pasta, have it in your cabinet. It's a 15-minute meal and you can throw all sorts of veggies in there super easy. But sometimes you can maybe want to elevate it a little bit and make your own pasta. So today I'm going to share with you my favorite dough recipe. It's super simple. It's a great beginner dough. So let's do it. Alright, so this dough is a all semolina flour dough. I love semolina, I love the color. It's just it just has a lot of good flavor and a lot of good texture. So what you're gonna need is just semolina flour, eggs, you're gonna need 4 of them, some salt, that's it. Alright, you need to measure out about 400 grams of semolina flour. This is roughly 2 really heaping cups. Then you're gonna whisk your eggs together, just, you know, a little bit or enough to kind of break them apart, break those yolks apart. And then you're gonna put your semolina in a bowl. You can do this on a countertop. I like doing it in a bowl. I often make a mess, so I'm just gonna go with the bowl thing. So you make a little pool in the middle of the flour. You pour in your eggs. You also add a little bit of salt in the flour, sorry. And then you slowly kind of incorporate that flour into your egg mixture. Once it kind of comes together as a dough, you're gonna just sort of knead it. It may be a little sticky. The one that I did for you was a little sticky, so I added a little all-purpose flour to my board there, and I just rolled it until it kind of until it got a little bit less sticky, and that's fine. That happens. The moisture level in the air, the moisture level of the eggs, all those things will, you know, be a factor. So yeah, once you got your dough together, you're gonna knead it. You're gonna knead it for about 5 minutes. Kneading is essentially just kind of folding it and pressing it, folding it and pressing it, folding it and pressing it. You're just gonna do that for about 5 minutes. And with the semolina dough, it gets pretty, it'll get to the point when you just can't do it anymore. And that's kind of when you know you're there, when it gets smooth around the outside and you just really can't knead it anymore. The next thing you're gonna do is you're just gonna wrap it in some plastic, and you're gonna leave it for 30 minutes just to sort of rest and relax those glutens a little bit. What I really recommend is during that 30-minute resting period, go ahead and start your sauce, or go ahead and get it warmed up. Whatever your sauce is gonna be, if it's gonna be a white sauce or a red sauce, go ahead and get it started, so that way you don't have to worry about it once the pasta's cooking. All right, next, cut it into 4 or 5 equal parts. Essentially those, you're gonna have a nicely floured board, and you're gonna either roll it out by hand. If you have a pasta maker, this is when it's gonna come in handy, because the semolina dough can be a little tough to roll by hand, and I don't demonstrate that here, sorry, but you can use a pasta maker to sort of flatten it out, and you're gonna just slowly roll it out on each level, on each number. You're gonna do twice on 0, twice on 1, twice on 2, twice on 3, and you're gonna go all the way up to 6 or 7. If it gets super thin, I don't know, I don't really like these noodles when they get super thin. I kind of like them with a little bit of thickness, so I usually stop at 6 on my pasta maker, and it's at that point I'm either ready to cut it into lasagna sheets, or roll it into to raviolis, or you can even run it through your pasta maker and make fettuccine noodles, which is what we did. Further had a blast. So if you're gonna cook it right away, you don't necessarily have to lay it out on racks and dry it. You've seen those racks where they just kind of have it hung over. You can do that. What we do, especially in this situation where we're just gonna go ahead and cook it right away, I just lay it out on a sheet pan or a cutting board with a little bit of flour tossed in there to kind of keep it from sticking. Further squishes it a little bit, but you know, no worries. I just pull out those big parts and it's not a big deal. But yeah, just tossing in a little bit of flour to keep it from sticking together, and then just go ahead and cook it. And when you cook it, it's not gonna take as long as your dry pasta. So it's only gonna take roughly 2 or 3 minutes. The beautiful thing about this is it really only takes an hour. It's good family fun, and you get fresh pasta, and fresh pasta is delicious. So anyway, if you guys like this video, please like this video. Make sure to subscribe. It's a good way to follow along and keep track of what we're doing. When we post videos, they come up on your subscription list. Share it with your friends, leave a comment, all those good things. Otherwise, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.